Hey guys, welcome back. So I have been wanting donuts for the past 2 days and my daughter's been on me all day to make them, so I figured why not bring you guys along. So I've got everything set out ready to go. We've got to make the donut dough, let that rise. While that's rising, we'll go ahead and preheat the oil so everything comes together. So I'm going to go over everything with you guys, tell you everything you're going to need, explain everything to you guys step by step, and yeah, let's just get right on into it, guys. Okay guys, so here's everything you are going to need. We're going to start off over here. I've got about 4 cups of flour, some salt, vanilla, I've got some milk, sugar, yeast, powdered sugar, butter, eggs, and a little bit of flour for the glaze later. We're going to start off making the dough so that has time to rise. So yeah, let's get this going. Okay guys, we're going to start off with our yeast mixture. Now I've got my water warm, about 106, 107 degrees. I'm just going to add in our yeast and about a teaspoon of the sugar, and that will just help the yeast get all nice and foamy. We're just going to give this a mix and set this aside for about 10 minutes until it's all completely combined and foamy. And then we will go to step 2. Okay guys, I've just got my stand mixer out here, and we're going to start over here. We're going to add in a stick and a quarter of a stick of butter to the bowl here, along with the eggs. I'm just going to crack them into this bowl and add them in, so that way I don't get any shells in there. Okay, add that right in. Now I'm just going to turn this on low, and we're going to let that mix and combine well. In the meantime, I'm going to add a quarter of a teaspoon of salt to my flour and get that mixed together. To my yeast mixture, I'm going to add the remaining bit of sugar and about a teaspoon of vanilla. It's already foamy, so I'm just going to mix this and dissolve that sugar. And then we will set this aside while this finishes up, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so I've got the egg and butter mixture combined. It looks kind of like scrambled eggs, and that's kind of what you want, so that way the butter spreads throughout the mixture well. Now we're just going to add in our yeast mixture. We're going to give this another little mix. Okay, now I'm going to clean off the paddle hook with all of this butter, because we want all of that. Now we're going to attach the dough hook right in there. We're going to get this going on low. Then you're just going to add in your flour mixture. I'm going to add in a little bit at a time, just so the flour mixture can come together and it doesn't create a sticky mess, and it has a chance to absorb all of the liquid. Okay guys, it's been about 7 minutes and the dough has come together very well. I ended up adding about 1 cup and 1/8 of a cup of flour, extra flour. And as you can tell, the dough is still quite sticky, but it does have bounce back when you touch it, kind of bounces back, and that's what you're wanting. You don't want the dough to be too dry, but you don't want the dough to be too sticky. So I'm just going to add this into a bowl. I've already got it oiled and ready to go. I'm just going to add that in there. Take this off. And add this into my bowl here. Okay. Then I'm just going to kind of roll this around so that all of the dough gets covered in that oil. Just kind of pat it down just slightly. Then I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to let this rise for about an hour. Get this dough onto the counter here. And add a little flour on top, and then we're just going to make this into a rectangle shape. Add a little bit more flour like that, a little on the rolling pin, and then you're just going to roll this out until it gets to about 1/4 of an inch thick. Okay, so I've got this rolled out to 1/4 of an inch thick, and you can cut these however you want. I am going to make some in circles and then some in squares, but you can do the traditional donut holes. Okay, now when you get to this point, all you're going to do is place these on a floured cookie sheet and then cover them up and let them rise for an hour. Alright guys, so I've got my temperature of my oil to 350 degrees, and after the hour of letting your dough rise, you're just going to put these down into the oil, and then just be careful and don't overcrowd the pan. You're going to let these cook just a couple minutes on each side till it's golden brown, and then flip them over and let them cook on the other side. Now I know these do not look like donuts. These are squares, and I got some of the end pieces here, but they're still absolutely delicious. So I am going to finish up all of these donuts. I got about 2.5 dozen here. I'm going to finish those up, and I'll meet you right back here. Okay guys, so I've got a good majority of my donuts here. I've got the square and the circle. I've got some more cooling on the side over here. We're just going to go ahead and make our glaze. All you're going to need for this is the powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla. You can add as little or as much as you want. And then from there, you're just going to add in just enough water as you need. I'm going to start off with 3 tablespoons and mix this together and go from there until I get a dippable consistency. Okay guys, so I've got my glaze here, and all you're going to do now is just take a donut, dip it into the glaze, let the excess drip off, and then just place them on a sheet tray. I've got a paper towel lined underneath it. It's just what I had them draining on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to finish all of my donuts, and I'll meet you right back here. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, you can find all of my recipes linked down in the description box. It goes directly to my blog, so you can find all of the recipes there. So yeah, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.